and a legendary event as well. Yes, I am a Brixtonian. Big up all the Brixtonians in the house. Don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna share a poem or two with you, and this one is called The Next Legend. So it's going out to all the legends in the crowd, yeah? I look around and what do I see? A bunch of faces looking back at me, but did you know that you could be a legend? Said I look around and what do I see? A bunch of faces looking back at me, but did you know that you could be a legend? Long living legacies of loving lyrics brought before you, hear it as I spit it. Said I'll drop it like no other, said the name is Floetic Lara, a poet who flows as she grows from past experience. Yeah, ludicrous lies come from haters on the side like those that you see at the dance who just ain't got no vibe, but I don't let it affect me. I do my thing and just let it flow, learning from ones that I know who came before me. Like Adisa, Linton Kwesi Johnson, Patient Agababi, Benjamin Zephaniah, and many more. See, there's so many lessons we can learn from ancestors, predecessors, and peers alike. There's just not time to write them, not enough ink and far too few pen. Also, I gotta leave time to tell you. In fact, it's a priority I got to show you, which means do it now, so I say it loud. There's a few other issues that we must deal with. Firstly, the respect that is given to artists when they lock down the stage. Hush up your mouth till you're ready to ignite the praise. Hooping, hollering, whistles and waves for the glorious work of art that's just been displayed. Constructed by legends themselves, many whose families sitting amongst you could be right next to you. Take a good long look, cause maybe one day you'll get to say, I sat next to that person in that Brixton Cultural Archives halls. They've come a long way, they must have got balls. Oh yeah, I remember. You was the one sitting next to me whilst grinning in glee, watching that group dancing and that rapper spitting, those peeps singing and that poet speaking. See, you never know who the next legend might be, what they'll be remembered for, and was there any controversy surrounding things they said? Boy, do you know the amount of people that's ended up dead for speaking out against the way they try to rape us with their system? But they can't catch us all. Like one great woman, Harriet Tubman, who saved many of her kind, slaves at the time. Organised crime? Nah, bless. An underground railway network that showed them slave master jerks just how powerful we are. Always have been, always will be. You see pilgrims are set like Gil Scott Heron, a pioneer of the spoken word. The verb will be doing, writing, be making, singing and spitting. An addicted activist actually accounting for the monstrosities meant for supposed madman. He literally locked down his lyrics, longing for the last days when the revolution that won't be televised speaks out and is heard. You see me peeps, yo, I'm dreaming of street nerds who live in this rat race, racing towards finish lines like the Wayne Chambers, achieving lifelong dreams, rebuking long things, cause we ain't got time to waste. Let's face it, years are now turning into months and months into weeks. That's why I don't spit rhymes just to pass time. I got a message in every line. See, each generation should be part of an evolution. And although I don't look behind me because I'm not afraid of my past, I've got to know my history in order to sow me and know my future clearly. See, like Miles Davis and Dizzy Gillespie, I'm looking to make music that's legendary. Like Marcus Garvey and Martin Luther King, I'm looking to have a following. And by any means necessary, I'ma always defend me like Malcolm X. You see, I'm the type of poet that gets poops vexed. But I ain't looking to be assassinated, far from it. I want to live past 120, that's why I'm trying my best to eat healthy. I don't support Mac Nasties or Condotti fried chicken. I'm really trying not to eat rat cat or slimy Smarties. Why? Because they're made by Nestle, one of the worst slave drivers in this country. Trust me, they got children as young as 5, 6 and 7 working in factories in India. They call it cheap labour. I call it taking liberties, because the fact is peeps just want to make more paper. But you know what gets me though? What gets me is the fact that we as a people got so much ability, endless talents and bare opportunities, but we take it all for granted. Complaining when mama can't afford the latest TNs, yet she be busting a sweat working a 9 to 5 and a 6 to 10. Listen up, young legends. Life's too precious to stay. I can't be bothered with this. It's all just a long thing, and girl like me ain't in having to be working. What? You better find your talent, your craft, or your open door. Boy, I don't know about you, but I'm always seeking more. Not just material, but more like spiritual wealth. Because if you had a bit of God's knowledge, yo, you got the best of health. See this one here? It's going out to everyone. From the littlest to the great-grandfather's son. But parents, we got any parents here? Parents, you gotta be aware, because it's out there. There's a snake in the mist and your children are living in this. And if they ain't talking to you, then who is? It's simple, really. This ain't about showbiz. Because if you want to be a legend, peeps, just remember this. Yo, people, I wonder who the next legend is. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bless you. All right, so I'm going to finish off with this. And this one here is, the music is an old classic by Nina Simone called For Women. And I'm going to do a poem for all the women out here. Because, you know, if it weren't for the women, none of the man them would be here either. So, big up all the women and big up all the man them same time. Thank you, DJ. Sunday best. You don't dress to impress, though you look real good. You smell like an empress, like you naturally should. See, this kind of goddess never lets the child walk out the house without the shirt then press. Now it's vital you understand this lady's style. See, a real woman can't look good on the outside and the inside is vile. Not saying there's never issues, and at times she don't rinse out a whole box of tissues, but she's diligently dealing with them. Knowing she must strategically plan for her destiny is definitely not man-made. Truly grateful for her name is engraved in the book of life. See, Yahweh paved the way for her while still encased in the safety of her mother's ovaries. Praise be to the Most High who knew the day she would be born and the time she would die. Hold high your banner of victory, child of Nissi, for you've been called by name. See, nothing in your life has happened in vain. All in its right time. A time to win and a time to lose. A time to jump for joy and a time to sing in the blues, sing the blues. See, this woman knows there's a reason for her season and eagerly waits for the fulfillment of her visions. The seemingly simple decision to trust in God against all odds is often overlooked. To remain patient gives her a power only a few can acquire. See, this process puts many to the test. Separates the gold from the sand dust, the smooth from the rough, the sad from the happy, the relaxed from the nappy. Now which woman here has faith bigger than a mustard seed and you know you can move mountains? For every word you utter really does matter. So don't just put it out into the universe. The universe holds many a curse, but to a place way above the earth in the third tier of heaven. And woman, whether you're from Kingston, Rome, Accra or Devon, never forget your worth in this kingdom. Never jeopardize your right for freedom. Remember, we perish for lack of wisdom, and always ensure you plan for your vision. Listen, I come to speak the truth like such a no. Let it be known, as a woman you are the bearer of nations, whether born of you or not. See, you have supported them, advised them, constructively criticized them. You woman, you are the foundation. Yeah. All the women in the house, put your hands up. Yeah, yeah, you are the foundation, woman. Yeah, you're the support to his dome, the backbone to the home. Some might say you should know your place and stay in your position. But woman, don't just know they overstand there, stand out, you see in there and accept that your role is great. Power lies between your thighs. Power lies between your eyes. Yeah. Say, power, yeah. Peace and blessings to everyone who's here. Big up all the elders. Thank you, mummies, for being here with us as well. Love.
Brixton's finest Floetic Lara.